What is love?
I would like to explain it through a famous story. An ordinary man was climbing up a mountain path with a heavy bag. He cursed his decision to carry all those items, regretting not leaving some objects behind. Then, he saw a woman holding a heavy baby. He commented that it must be tough for her to carry such a heavy baby. The woman countered that he was wrong. The baby was her love, not a burden. When you look through the mind, things have weight, but when you look at them through the heart, they become weightless. We often learn this lesson: what we love is never a burden, but what we do not love usually feels like one. There is a default nature for all beings, like the instinctual behaviors of sheep, horses, and lions. Similarly, all humans have a default nature that is not easily changed. The nature of saints is such that they know the source of all life is the same life force energy that underpins the human mind, body, and all living things. This life force energy manifests the entire universe. You might have noticed that priests and monks who serve others are always filled with love. They love all beings, so the question of burden in doing something for others does not arise. It is their default programming of their inner world. If a beggar finds a $100 bill, it means a lot to the beggar but not much to a rich man. Perspectives are based on the data and experiences in one's mind. Love is not intellectual knowledge but deep knowing. You can write a thesis on love without ever feeling it. Explaining love is like explaining light to a blind person. They can talk about it but need eyes to understand it truly. To understand love, you must be in love.
I do not know much about love and understand that words have limitations in explaining it. Can you give me a few pointers to help me understand love from the beginning?
Although putting love into words is an injustice, here are a few pointers. 1. Love is the most incredible experience on earth. It has the power to transform lives and make the ordinary extraordinary. To a logical mind, a person in love may seem crazy, but only the person in love knows the true feeling and state of being. 2. There is a love language in action and an intellectual language in action. Love language in action concern the loved one, while intellectual language and action concern the ego of the person claiming to be in love. 3. Love is a one-way street. It is not a business transaction where you should expect something in return. It becomes a business relationship if you want something in return for your love. 4. There is love through the mind and love through the heart. Love through the mind is like a pendulum swinging between love and hate, trust and doubt. Love through the heart is unconditional acceptance. In heart-centered love, the one loved is essential. They are like flower buds, and you want them to blossom. Remember, you cannot force a flower to bloom, you can only provide nutrients and water to grow. Your happiness lies in giving joy and watching it bloom.
I now realize Sandy loved and married me because I brought happiness to her father, the most important person in her life. But I lost her because I had no understanding of true love or awareness of who I am.
I am happy that you can go deeper within yourself and realize this. Let me tell you about an older adult in the monastery who was rich and powerful and had many wives and mistresses in his younger years. I asked him about his understanding of love. He said that in human beings, the first attraction is to physical beauty and then to the qualities of the mind. He had relationships with beautiful women all his life, but eventually, physical beauty is transitory, and love based on physical attraction dissolves. He was also attracted to women at a mental level who had good habits and intelligence. However, he was not receptive to a union at the spirit level. After living in the monastery, he realized that the body and mind were only transitory states, and he had never experienced love at a pure and high level.
I wish I could experience a union with Sandy beyond the physical body and mind at the spirit level.
Remember, all wishes can come true if you put in all the effort coupled with the grace of the Creator. Let me summarize love relationships. There are 3 kinds of relationships. 1. Physical relationships are based on attraction to the body. This relationship is rooted in the beauty and outer appeal of the body. However, bodies are constantly changing, and so is beauty. Therefore, any relationship based purely on physical attraction will not survive long. 2. Mental relationships are based on the mind, shared goals, and mutual interests. They are built on survival needs and mutual goals. However, needs, goals, and interests are constantly changing. Therefore, a mental relationship will not survive once these factors are achieved or altered. 3. Heart relationships are difficult to explain in words as they do not pertain to intellectual or mental dimensions. A poet can attempt to put them into words, but it is a feeling that must be experienced. In heart relationships, there are no reasons or expectations. If you experience your inner world blooming, that is a sign of the heart relationship. The key ingredient is that the other person is essential, not you. You have fully surrendered yourself to the happiness of others. All 3 kinds of relationships are needed in life. Problems arise when we mistakenly believe a physical or mental relationship to be eternal and unchanging. Now, if you are in a physical and/or mental relationship, how do you convert it into a heart relationship? This journey requires introspection, commitment, understanding, and a strong desire between both parties to resolve all issues and have a wonderful earthly life. It's a challenging journey, but one that is worth every step.
Thank you, teacher, for your answers.